Hey there and welcome to another random review. So this review is for a Ulink 2 meter micro USB cable this here. Now I've unwound it because I've been using this cable quite a bit and I'm happy enough with it. It doesn't have any branding printed on it. Some of the other cables, such as, if I can find one, such as this here for instance, would have the distributor's sort of company name printed on it. Not the manufacturer usually, because these are usually generic. And then this is printed on to whoever's buying a batch of 100,000 of these, or how many the sort of the deal is. You can actually see, compared to this cable, this one here is from another manufacturer, another brand, and it's quite a bit thicker than this one here. So, well, it does affect performance, I know that already, but I'll just sort of go through the process here. So these here came as a pack of two, exactly the same. So they're 2 meter cables. So in hindsight, there's not a lot I can say about a cable, but what I can say is that on the description page, I thought these were actually silicone ends, but they're actually a hard form plastic, and the sheathing or the braiding feeds into this part. They seem well formed. The end seems quite sturdy. There's no sign of corrosion on the pins or on the ends. This end's the same. It's a hard plastic. Seems quite rigid. The pins seem well formed, and I think this cable will be pretty hard to get a real long lasting kink in it, compared to the likes of an all sort of plastic. It's not even silicone, it's usually a harder plastic on these, a cheaper plastic coating on them, so they're more susceptible to work hardening over time and then cracking and then getting a short and things like that there. So what we're going to do now is we'll take this is a Samsung fast charger, and we're going to take this here little device, which is a USB detector, so it detects the amps being drawn out of the charger and into the battery on your device, and it also shows the voltage of your charger. It's a very handy little device, costs about £6, and it's really handy. So if we plug that into the charger, it shows us that the charger is giving out 5.08 volts, which is totally fine. So we plug this into the output of this device, and we have an old Note 3 here, which we'll plug this into and switch that off. And we can see that when the screen's off, it's delivering about 0.2, about a third of an amp. Now the battery in this here is about 90%, so it doesn't really need a lot to charge. But if we turn the screen on, large screen, we can see that then it starts drawing a lot more power. So if I unlock this here, then it's about 0.6, fluctuating about depending on what's happening on the screen. But it's trying to charge the battery, so it's delivering part of the battery. If I turn this off, we can see that it drops down to about 0.2. So if I take this out, discard that for a second, and plug in this cable here, which is the official cable which came with the charger. So if I plug this in, plug it into the phone, and switch off the screen, we can see that the official charger is delivering roughly the same power. And if we switch the screen on again, we can see that that bumps up and fluctuates about just the same as other cables. So the other cable, in terms of the amount of amps it allows to flow out of the charger through the cable and into the phone and charge the battery, is the same from the official cable. Is actually probably slightly higher from the third-party cable to this official cable. Okay, and this one here, as I said, is a cheap plastic. It's not actually silicone, and it is more susceptible at the ends and anywhere in the cable really to get a kink in it. So yeah, overall with this cable here, very happy with the quality, and would recommend to anybody looking for a cheap cable that gives them a bit more length, and they can use their phone if it's plugged in beside the bed or something like that there. So yes, overall good product, and I would recommend this to anybody. So thanks for watching.